Hey, yo, what up, fat my So apparently, damn, this fucking weed be hitting like a fucking beastly beast up at this place. So apparently, human beings have figured out the planet is alive, baby. So let's check it out.
Living being. In the 1970s, James Lovelock discovered that Earth behaves much like any other living entity. He discovered that in the same way our body maintains homeostasis through its cells and organs, the Earth maintains homeostasis through its organisms and environment. Basically, in the same way that your body tries to keep itself alive through its internal processes, the Earth also tries to keep itself alive through its own internal processes. And keep in mind, this is something that occurs only with living systems. This means that the Earth is actually a living organism that...
Check this out, player. Let me explain something to people. Like, yes, the Earth is alive and has consciousness. Even plants and trees have consciousness. There's a bunch of experiments that prove that plants and trees have consciousness. And if you rip off a plant's leaf, it actually makes a high-pitched sound like it's screaming, but you just can't hear it. But it does make a sound. So plants, trees, animals, everything has consciousness, right? Including the bacteria, the little squiggly, microscopic motherfucking things you can't see with your eye, but you know it's there. All has consciousness, right? Well, let's devolve ourselves real quick, shall we? Our consciousness and the dogs, as well as the rhinos, insects, and all like that, was living in species before our time, the Neanderthals' time, and then the dinosaurs' time, so on and so forth, all the way down to before there were even fish, the microscopic motherfucking little things inside the water, right? All had our level of consciousness. It was just not formed in a human body yet, but our level of consciousness, as well as the dogs and cats and everybody else's, is there. So if you devolve the Earth pre-life, it's molten, but our level of consciousness is still there. The dogs, cats, everybody, it's just molten and mixed, not into an actual form yet, so it's still conscious. Now, if you go even further back from the planet and break it all up, what is planet Earth? A bunch of fucking space dust, right? A bunch of little microorganisms floating around in a big black void called space, next to a gas ball giant called the sun. So all our fucking consciousness is in space dust. Okay? From the humans to the rhinos, all the shit you see in outer space is just a giant field of consciousness that has yet to be placed into a living being yet. And that's why a lot of scientists say our minds resemble the universe, the way it works and functions with the pulses, the electric, magnetic pulses it gives out when you're thinking about certain things. Just the way the fucking stars twinkle in the fucking sky. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, the planet has consciousness. The space dust around you that created the planet also has consciousness. All of it that you see with your fucking eyes. Everything, even the shit you can't see that's beyond your fucking eyes, all has consciousness, baby. And when it's all combined and put together and turned into a form, that's when you get a human being that can recognize the universe, smell it, taste it, study it, see what it is. So basically, the universe has created a being that can recognize itself and taste the beautiful fruit that the world has provided. You can feel pain, you can feel love. Basically, the universe and the space dust came together and created a being, multiple beings, that can feel taste, love, and yeah, go through all kinds of various other fucking emotions. So yeah, everything has consciousness, baby. Absolutely.